What's good? What's good? What's good, beautiful people? You guys are tuned into another episode, another edition of the Link Up featuring Symone Stanley, the lovely Symone Stanley, the best to ever do it, the Broad Street bully, Lord Brunson himself, and yours truly, Tone DeShields II from Chalk It Up Sports, where no matter if we win or if we lose, we just got to charge it to the game. We here. Hey, we here. It's been a long time coming. It's been about listen, I'm gonna say it's been like 21 weeks because you got to count the preseason. You know what I'm saying? Like it's been a lot that led to this moment here, right? The playoffs are here. The regular NFL season is behind us, right? The Philadelphia Eagles ended the season 14-3, tied a franchise record, and it's so interesting how the Eagles have won their most games under the leadership of Jalen Hurts and Nick Sirianni. But I'll just leave that where it's at, even though people don't want to give them their flowers. But we have so much to get into. Obviously, Eagles took care of business against the Giants with their backups. The Giants played their starters, and they still couldn't fuck with us. And then we got to think about it from the perspective of now the playoffs are set. Eagles, Green Bay. This matchup couldn't have landed on our lap any better, you guys. So before we get too deep into the nitty-gritty, how y'all feeling? How was y'all holiday? Just give me the vibes.
Oh,
Yeah, go ahead, LB.
the holiday was great. Holiday was great. Hope y'all had a good holiday as well. I'm feeling cool, man. I'm feeling good. This what we all waited for. You know what I'm saying? We all was general consensus. We would win 12 to 14 games. You know what I'm saying? We right where we supposed to be. Some people said 15. We could have had 15. But we right where we supposed to be, man. Now it's time to see if we think we are who we are.
That's a good point.
Mm-hmm.
Not you ending it like that. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling great. The playoffs are here. I am a little sad that the season is winding down. I feel like this season flew by. Like what? I feel like this whole year, because it seemed like just like last year, we was preparing to play the Bucks. We was going into playoffs last year, moping, sad, knowing what our fate was. But this year, we going into playoffs. A year later, so much can change. With Super Bowl aspirations. So I'm excited. The team is healthy. We're ready to go. Jalen Hurts was at walkthrough on Saturday. Plus the team getting a win on Sunday, even though it was, the second and third string, that's still keeping the winning mojo going in the locker room, still keeping those winning vibes going. So it's just good to know that, we got that win yesterday. I'm excited.
It's time.
It's time. So
you know what I want to know before you go, Tom? I want to know if the people are going to be mad about how we win, because now none of that shit don't matter. You know what I mean? You're the playoff staff. Are some people out there going to be mad that we don't do it with passing or whatever? You know what I mean? Now the name of the game is Jalen Hurts. This is Jalen Hurts time, because Jalen Hurts knows that the only thing that matters is winning. There's no more next week if you lose, so you just have to win. You know what I mean? So now it's the time for the big dogs to step up.
Exactly. This is where Jalen Hurts tends to thrive, right? In these situations where it's win or go home, right? Now, obviously, last playoffs didn't end the way we anticipated or the way we wanted. I feel like there were a lot of variables that went into that outside of quarterback play, but that's neither here nor there. I feel like this year, this Eagles team is more prepared than ever to make a full run and even win it all. I feel like top to bottom, the way they're built to play against any team, any quarterback, in any environment. So before we get too deep into the playoff matchup, I do want to revisit the Eagles-Giants game just briefly. It's not really much to get into, but I just want to get y'all perspective on what y'all saw. We saw a lot of second and third string guys get opportunities to show what they can do. Tanner McKee had a pretty good game, as a matter of fact. Tanner McKee was pretty clean. He protected the football. What stood out to me the most about him is his decision-making and taking what the defense gave him. He went 27 for 41, 269 passing yards, averaged 6.6 yards in attempt, 2 passing touchdowns, got sacked twice, but he ended the game with a 100.6 passer rating. He found Jahan Dotson several times, 11 targets, 7 catches, 94 yards for Jahan Dotson. So we know Jahan Dotson can definitely play. That was never a question. And then he found Anaya Smith for a touchdown grab, and he found E.J. Jenkins for a touchdown grab. I think it's dope that he found, the guys that are like second and third string guys, the guys that kind of came in with him for those touchdowns. I feel like that was pretty cool. But give me your perspective about what y'all saw from Tanner McKee, what you saw from the depth guys, and how do you feel about the Eagles' depth going forward in the playoffs?
I feel good about it. I feel like Tanner McKee is looking like quarterback too. I know we got some issues going on with Kenny Pickett and his ribs and, some questions surrounding that. And I feel like Tanner McKee has continued to prove that he could be the backup quarterback of this team. Like you said, it was good to see those, second string and third string guys get so involved, especially since we such a top heavy team with our stars, especially in the wide receiver room. It was so good to see, Jahan Dotson get all that burn, get all that play, show what he can do. And, Anaya Smith as well, rookie who hasn't really gotten that much touches, who hasn't really seen the field barely at all. It was good to see them go out there, be able to ball out and show us up. So, yeah, it seemed like the guys had a lot of fun. The guys in the game had a lot of fun because, some people would sleep on the sideline. But, yeah, like I said, it was good positive. Like I said, it was good positive energy to roll on to the playoffs, because a lot of people are like, oh, if we don't play this week, it's like a bye week, the momentum, the energy is dead. But no, like those guys out there, they kept the energy up going into next weekend.
Yeah, I feel good about, what I saw from a lot of the backups. You know what I mean? Even though guys like Milton Williams did get some playing time, I think that was good for Milton Williams to go out there and get that, because
Jordan Davis as well.
Jordan Davis as well. We deep. We got depth, man. That's all that shows, bro. Like when your third string quarterback to come out there and beat a first string, team, even though it is the Giants, that speaks to the depth volume. Everybody's professionals at the end of the day. But, Tanner McKee is making a huge case to be QB too. And I got to be taken with some real consideration. Like, I'm not going to lie, man. Like, if something was to happen to, Jalen Hurts for, a couple of weeks and it's a meaningful football, I think Tanner McKee could win you some football games. I really believe Tanner McKee can win you some football games. The way he stands in the pocket, he's on the taller side of quarterbacks. That used to be the thing. Guys that can see over the line of scrimmage. He reads the defense really, really well. He makes good, decisive throws. He got a good ball. You know what I mean? I like Tanner McKee. You know what I mean? And, that's all you really can take away from that game. Dallas got to look hungry. Dallas got to look like, I missed some time, and now I'm back just in time. You know what I mean? That's what I get from Dallas Goedert. I like the second string defense still staying grounded in their principles as well. You know what I mean? That wasn't a lot of starters, but the philosophy was still there. A lot of rallying to the ball. So what Vic Fangio brought to the team this year is matriculated down to guys that don't usually get the playing time. I saw a lot of Trotter Jr., who also got some playing time the week before with Nakobe Dean being out. But what's being taught is not just sticking at the top level. These fundamentals are being, these fundamentals are grounded into younger players who don't get a lot of playing time as well. And, that's exciting going into the playoffs.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. Some guys that stood out to me on the defensive side, like you said, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. or Oren Burks, right? You see the discipline. Mm-hmm. Oren Burks has had opportunities to come in for Engine and Kobe Dean. And we've seen what he looks like playing next to Zach Bond. And like you said something that stood out to me. The principles and the foundation is not just permeating through the starters. The second string, the third string guys, they're following suit. It's not like one of those things where, hey, I'm not playing, so I'm not focused, or I'm not playing, or I can slack off. You see all these guys have a high attention to detail, and your defense still came out and held the team to 13 points, even though it is the Giants. The Giants dropped 40 last week on the Colts. In meaningful football for the Colts, right? So the bottom line is you have a team from top to bottom who understands the objective, understand the main thing is the main thing, and understand the importance of winning this football game so you can carry some positivity going into the playoffs, right? So I think that's really important. The Eagles are 2-0, or 2-1 rather, without Jalen Hurts this season, if you want to count that Commanders game. So I think that's a good place to be. And I think the defense is clicking on all cylinders. I think everybody's on the same page right now. I also think that Giants game was an important game to establish Jahan Dotson, because now you go into the playoff game. Obviously, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith are your guys, but Jahan Dotson going into the playoffs with that game under his belt, with the confidence, and even Dallas Goedert, even though he did have a drop that was egregious, but other than that, he was pretty spot on. I feel like it was really important to establish guys like Dotson and Goedert going into the playoffs, because they are going to be needed in the event teams bracket A.J. Brown or find a way to hem up Devontae Smith. It's going to be important for those guys to be a viable option for Jalen Hurts.
Yeah, I agree. Oren Burks had 17 tackles yesterday.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is.
That's crazy, man. And we finally got some depth at the linebacker spot. But, that's up to Jalen Hurts, who he decides to use as that wide receiver 3 guy, man. Dotson been on the field a lot this season. Jalen Hurts ain't just starting the ball.
Yeah, and I've seen Dotson open. You know what I mean? Just saying.
And we've seen him drop.
That part.
Mm-hmm. And we've also seen him make some crazy circus catches too when he got his opportunities.
Inconsistency, like I think with the Dejean was just a little bit inconsistent because, like you said, we'll see some crazy catches, some clutch catches, and then we'll see some back-to-back drops. So I think just the inconsistency.
But I'm pretty confident.
Once Jalen don't trust you, he ain't gonna shoot.
That's a fact. But I mean, listen. If you get the ball, you get the ball. Because this Packers matchup, I know we're about to touch on this soon. I mean, they short a couple guys for real. So you know, what I mean, it can get sticky for them in the worst way. Like they might not even be able to force a ball to Jahan Dotson. You know, you don't have the guy that's supposed to be chasing around AJ Brown. AJ Brown might just keep getting the ball. Then you just got to deal with that.
Exactly. If you can't stop it, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Yeah.
And last thing on that Giants game, I think something else that stood out to me. I think going into this playoffs, you want Jake Elliott doing kickoffs. You want him doing kickoffs. Brady Mann is still struggling with his kickoffs. They've either been short or out of bounds. I think Jake Elliott needs to be doing kickoffs. I feel like that sets him up nicely for his field goals. He did miss a layup yesterday. Granted, it was really windy in Philly. You know, the weather was turning. It was very windy. I'm not going to take that away, but you know, you've been kicking for a long time, and I'm at a point now where I feel like it's going to be really important for the Eagles to win their games by a touchdown or more. You don't want to be in a situation where Jake Elliott got to make the go-ahead field goal right now. I'm just not feeling Jake Elliott in this present moment. He missed a 30.
He asked.
He's making me very uncomfortable right now. Even though his resume prior to the season is legitimate. This, you know, as a kicker, right? You're only as good as. That's the thing about being a kicker in the NFL. You're only as good as your last kick.
Nah, he asked, man. He asked, Tom. I'm scared. I'm worried.
I'm worried about him in particular. Yeah.
I'm worried. And you know, the only way to fix this is you ain't worried, Symone. You're shaking your head.
I thought I firmly planted my flag of worry.
Oh, okay. I was making sure. Right. I thought you had to change your heart because he ain't do no improvement since you planted the flag.
No, I've been said months ago. I'm shaking my head because you just don't try to keep it cute. You know what I'm saying? You just come in here.
No, because y'all, it's the playoffs now. Because this what we got to realize, right? Mm-hmm. And it's just speaking for me. Outside of Gilly, I'm gonna get trolled the second most if we don't complete the objective. If you ask, you gotta we gotta figure this out now. You know what I mean? I think this what we could do to help him, help us, help himself. You know what I mean? Don't go for it on fourth. If it's 4th and 3, well within his 28-yard range, get him them feel-good kicks. Get him them. Don't go for the 4th and 3. You know what I'm saying? I know it may be scary, but get him some feel-good kicks. Even the extra points. If we putting up a bunch of points early, them feel-good kicks help him out, man. Get him some of them. We just can't expect him to make a 53-yarder when we ain't used him all game. We did that a couple of times for him this year, in all fairness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So let's get him some rhythm kicks.
Yeah, I agree. He's only made one 50-yarder all season. I think he's had about 8 or 9 attempts to do so. He's only made one of them. And
he's getting too much bread for that.
Yeah. They actually just re-upped him, I think, last season or the year before, something like that. So he got some new money in his pocket. But I think what stood out to me, like I said, when he's doing the kickoffs, he doesn't miss. Whenever he's not doing the kickoffs, something's off. And you know,
because he's warming up. That's exactly what I'm saying. So he warming up. We getting that leg warm up. I hate him missing, and then we gotta look at the camera zooming on his face and he doing this.
No, it's them wide eyes when
you see
it's them wide eyes when he bout to kick. When he bout to kick, them eyes be wide as hell.
He be scared.
Those his eyes, y'all. Come on now.
No, when they like that all the time.
Like, y'all reaching.
Nah. I'm talking about when he missed. It'd be like I don't care.
But you know what's so crazy though? Did y'all see Josh Sweat? Like looking at him when he went to the bench and he missed? Josh Sweat had them eyes like, nigga.
Yeah, like tighten up, bro.
And he was walking on the sideline, like you know when you walking, you try to avoid eye contact.
Tunnel vision, yeah.
He already.
You know what I mean? He ain't even slamming the helmet or nothing. He just trying to get out the way. He be nervous now because
I don't want him slamming the helmet though. I don't want that.
I do.
That make me more concerned. when you're slamming helmets. Now you see. I need my kicker balanced. No matter what's going on, I need you relaxed, even kill. You know what I mean?
But he's not even kill.
Well, listen. Don't let me see it though. Don't let me see.
But we literally can see the fear on his face. I'd rather see the frustration. I'd rather see the frustration
than fear.
Because look at Tucker. Tucker having a bad season. When Tucker missed, he is livid because he know that ain't him. You know what I'm saying? He like, man, what is going on?
But here's the thing about Tucker though that he don't realize. That's been him for the past 2 seasons. He doesn't realize it yet.
Was he like that last year?
Yeah.
This year he was bad.
This year he was bad, but last year was like is he starting to? He made him, but it was like, is he starting to lose it? This year it was the full cliff dive. So we'll see. The bottom line is, we need to beat people by 4 points or more. I ain't trying to handle field goal games at all. So now let's get to the matchup of the hour. Let's get to why we really here. The playoffs are officially locked in. Let's bring up the playoff picture now. This is how things are shaking out right now for the playoffs. Everybody is locked into their spot, and these are the circumstances. The Eagles will meet the Green Bay Packers. The Green Bay Packers have to come to Philadelphia, Lincoln Financial Field. That's a bad joint for them, right? Washington has to go to Tampa Bay. Minnesota has to go to the Rams. And I told y'all, Minnesota, they're paper tigers. They're fraudulent. I told people.
I peeped it last night.
I've been saying it all year. I said, listen, I don't believe them. I don't believe him. Sam Darnold's going to turn back. Listen, it's the Case Keenum effect. Remember in the 2017-2018 playoffs when we knocked them out in the NFC Championship, right? Case Keenum was having a year. He was on the heater. See, the Minnesota Vikings do this. They always find that quarterback that people forgot about or gave up on, and then they turn him into somebody for a season, get him paid, and then he turned back into a pumpkin when he goes somewhere else. We broke Case Keenum, and whoever plays Sam Darnold in the playoffs gonna break him if he ain't been broken already from last night's game. But regardless, though, all 3 teams from the NFC North are in. 2 teams from the NFC East are in. 1 team from the NFC West, and 1 team from the NFC South, obviously. So when y'all look at this Green Bay Eagles matchup, for one, what's some of the first things that come to your mind and remind you? Jordan Love, he's nursing an elbow injury right now. He heard it in that game yesterday against the Bears that they fumbled. And Christian Watson, their most talented wide receiver, probably their most dynamic and elite receiver, is probably out for the remainder of this season with the non-contact knee injury. I haven't heard any more details about it, but the way he was crying in that cart, he knows something we don't.
The first thing that comes to my mind when I think about this matchup is stopping Josh Jacobs. I ain't gonna lie. That's the first thing that comes to my mind, because if we can't get out of 3rd and short, it could be a long day for us, man. Because Josh Jacobs is the 3rd best running back in the game. You know what I mean? That's what we're going up against if you want to keep it for real, man. You got to keep these guys out of 3rd and short. You got to, man, because you know what's going to come. And Green Bay is a good play-action team as well. You know what I mean? They're a good play-action team as well. It's a lot of things that come to mind with this matchup, you know, but that's the first one for me, is stopping Josh Jacobs. Now, on to other things that I think the Philadelphia Eagles need to do that's important is controlling time of possession. And, you know, the amount of injuries that Green Bay has right now, they got guys dropping like flies. So, you know, it's a lot of things. It's a lot of undercover storylines in this, to where we can work out a lot of matchups on both sides of the ball that'll be favorable for us in this matchup.
Yeah, I feel like one of the biggest things is coming out fast. Like,
right.
We saw before Jalen got hurt in the Washington game how, you know, things were starting to turn around for the offense. We was coming out on fire early. That's what we got to do in these playoffs. I feel like that's what we got to do against Green Bay, because like you said, LB, and we saw week 1, at any point, Josh Jacobs can turn it up. You know what I'm saying? Break off for a big run. We have to set the tone early offensively. Like, that's the biggest key for me in this game. I know they have a lot of injuries, but we still can't sleep. We can't sleep on the Packers.
No, they won a playoff game last year, man. We don't want to walk into this thing thinking that we're.
Come on now. They was playing the little boys.
It was the little boys. They asked too. But we don't want to walk into this thing sleepwalking, though. We don't. We don't.
We can't be coming in. We can't be coming in sleeping on nobody. But that was the little boys. Anybody with an outlet, the boys. You come on.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
But yeah, I mean, we just gotta. I hate to sound cliche and sound like the coach talk, but we really just got to play our game. Like, we coming into this game fully healthy. They're without Jair Alexander. They're going to be playing Saquon. We're going to have tons of one-on-one opportunities. Dallas Goedert, AJ, Devontae, like Jalen just got to hit them boys. Like, hit them boys, take advantage of them one-on-ones, and Saquon, then everything should take care of itself. Like,
yeah.
For some reason, I'm not worried about no rest with Jalen Hurts this week. I don't know why.
Say that one more time.
For some reason, I'm not worried about Jalen being rusty.
I said that as well. I'm not really worried about. Like, it's funny you say that because I think about it from this perspective. He has a legit running game that can sort of set the tone in the game, and he can feed off of that until he's ready to rip the cord and maybe the follow-up game. When we get there, and y'all do bring up something interesting about the Green Bay Packers. They're not a team that you want to sleep on, but look, I ain't got to play. I'm a content creator. We're gonna smack the shit out of them. I'm sorry. I
feel like that too.
Like I don't mean no harm. You know what I mean? I ain't gotta play. I ain't gotta lace it up. All I gotta do is watch and enjoy the show. You feel me? But Green Bay, here's my problem with Green Bay, right? A lot of people talk about how their defense has taken strides and but I've seen how they play against contenders in their own conference. They played the Lions twice. They played the Minnesota Vikings twice. And they played us once. Those 5 teams that are in your conference that are contenders that you're going to have to run up against 9 times out of 10. And here we are. They haven't proven they could beat a team that's on their level or better. They haven't proven that. And I look at it from the perspective of y'all banged up. Y'all inconsistent, in my humble opinion. The Eagles, it goes without saying, everything we bring to the table, all we got to do is do us. And I trust our defense against anybody. I really do. Like, yeah, they can run the ball, but we can stop the run. We can stop the run. We got guys that know how to shoot the gaps. We got guys that are consistent. I think that was another reason why it was important for Jordan Davis to play yesterday, because they want to keep Jordan Davis in that mode. Keep that conditioning flowing. He a big dude. You know what I mean? 1 week off, he may gain 5 or 10 pounds from a cheeseburger or something. You never know. But I think it was important to have certain guys on defense playing, like you said, Milton Williams out there, and Jordan Davis, Isaiah Rodgers as well. You never know what may happen with Slade's health, but I just think this matchup, this game couldn't have been any more perfect for the Philadelphia Eagles.
Yeah, I agree. Somehow, some way, I feel like we gotta get a couple turnovers in this game. We don't have to, but those are the things that help us with our separation.
He's gonna give you one.
But that's the thing, though. It's literally, if you could pull up his stats real quick, Tom, it's literally a tale of 2 halves with Jordan Love. You know what I mean? He ain't throw an interception since like damn near Thanksgiving. You know what I'm saying? But before that, it's literally, I think he might have played 11 games this year because he was hurt after the Brazil game. But he was throwing a lot of interceptions the first 6 games, 7 games he played. He ain't throw interceptions since November. You know what I mean? So I'm looking at it like. You know what I mean?
Let's zoom in on this.
Yeah.
So, Jordan Love numbers here. So, you're right. He hasn't thrown an INT since November 17th against the Chicago Bears. So he has cleaned it up, right? He has.
But look at before that though. Before we start cleaning up his act, every game, multiples this up.
1, 2, 1, 1, 3, 1. Yeah. Look.
So it's almost like night and day. But I will say this though too, Tone. He hasn't played us. You know what I mean? The Philadelphia Eagles that he played week 1 in Brazil was not the Eagles that went on the 10-game winning streak. You know what I mean? This is different. This is going to be different for him.
We had 3 turnovers. We had 3 turnovers in Brazil. Still walk out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. And you said something really key, LB. Most of the teams that we may see in these playoffs, when they played us, what'd that say? Ian Rappaport says Packers stand wide receiver Christian Watson.
ACL, he out.
ACL, done. Damn. Listen, I don't wish injury on nobody, but damn, man. Prayers up to him. But LB, you said something real key. Think about the teams that beat us in the season. Buccaneers, right? Atlanta. They're not in the playoffs, but Atlanta. We did lose to the Commanders, right? But that was kind of fluky a little bit. But let's say the Bucs, and then you beat Green Bay. And when we played them, prior to the bye week, we were still working out the kinks. We were still figuring things out, and we still did what we did. I just feel like we are an entirely different team from when we played them. Whereas though I don't feel like they changed but so much.
Mm-hmm. So this also a thing to keep in mind. We just got to get past the Packers. There's no bad blood there. So you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I hate playoff games like that. The second round is bad blood because we'll either be playing the Buccaneers or Washington. Them two teams we really
actually no Washington. No Washington.
Washington.
Washington. If we do play them,
because they did 7 seed. Right. If they win, then they'll die to Detroit.
Yeah. So
the only teams I got it down. The only teams we would play second round could be Tampa, Mini, or Rams.
Exactly. And I
Those
like
are only
our odds.
opponents we could get second round.
And I'm not scared of the Bucks. I know some people are. I'm not.
I'm not scared of them either. I feel like we owe them one. You know what I'm saying? I feel like we owe them something. You know what I mean? They gotta come. They gotta come see us, bro.
Think about every time we played them. Think about when they beat us. They beat us every time we was not at full strength. This season they beat us. We had no AJ Brown, no Devontae Smith, no Lane Johnson. Mekhi Becton went down. Right. I think some guys on defense were down, like Reed Blankenship, and so I think Slay went down. If I'm not mistaken, I can't remember, but we were not at full strength at all. And that was before.
And Jalen was going to war too. Jalen was trying. He was going to war that game. But it's just almost, I think he threw a pick. It just ain't so much to do.
Like in the Jalen Hurts era, Jalen was fresh out the pack playing the Bucks with Tom. Like
with Tom
that
Brady,
don't even count in my book. You know what I mean? And that the Bucks game this season don't even count. And the fact that we was about to come back on the Bucks, let's not forget we was about to come back on the Bucks with nobody. Like, let's not forget that.
Yeah, and I've seen the Bucks play all year. Like, yeah, they can put points up depending on who it is, but we're not that same defense at all.
But I feel like we gotta keep it on wild
Green
card.
Bay. In Green Bay, yes, you're right.
We can't be talking about.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right.
So I heard Jordan Love talking about he can't feel his throwing arm. Like they talk about Malik Willis might be even playing
still because
yes, I've read that this morning that Jordan Love could be a question mark for this game.
Because what I heard during the game was that they could have put him back in, but they decided not to. I don't know how much I believe that. But they said, because originally he thought it was his hand. They evaluated it more on the sideline. They said, no, bro, it's your elbow. So already that's a red flag to me. So you're throwing elbow. You had no feeling. That mean you may not be able to throw the ball downfield if you do play. And again, I'm assuming he does play. You may not be able to throw the ball downfield. You may not have that right. You may not have the same touch that you used to have. Accuracy could be off. I'm telling you, I'm a little early in this, but I'm calling we forced 2 turnovers out of Jordan Love. I'm calling that because the way the Eagles have been taking the ball away this season, you can't slip up. You can't slip up now. That's another thing that we haven't talked about when it comes to his defense during the show yet. Not only have they been concrete as far as keeping points off the board, they've been forcing a lot of turnovers lately. I mean, they're forcing them in bunches.
Right. Yeah. I mean, almost every game. You know what I mean? Did we get one last week? Did we get one against the Giants?
Yes, to end the game. Sidney Brown interception.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. That's 3 in a row. That's 3 games in a row. That's 10 turnovers the last 3 weeks, I believe. You know, we had 5 against Washington, 9 the next week against I don't know who was that we beat. Cowboys.
5-4-1. So yeah, 10.
So we got turnover in the Steelers game, didn't we?
Yeah. Yeah, we did. We actually forced the fumble.
Najee fumbled. Remember?
He did fumble. Yeah. Who lead the NFL in turnovers? That's 11 in the last 4. It's a lot of turnovers, man. And during this 10-game winning streak, man, we was really, you know what I mean? Did we get one against Baltimore? I don't know if we got one against Baltimore.
That's a good question. I don't think so.
I don't think we got one against Baltimore.
Let's see.
It was before the Steelers was the Panthers. I don't think we got one versus Panthers, did we?
Yes, we did. CJ picked one off.
Oh yeah.
I think it was tipped. It was tipped to him or something like that.
No.
Yeah. As far as so the Buffalo Bills have the best turnover differential with plus 24. So then it's
probably the Vikings after that.
Then the Steelers with plus 16, Green Bay with plus 12, Chargers plus 12, Minnesota plus 12, Eagles plus 11. So yeah, that's pretty much how it stands right now. See, most of our turnovers came in the second half, like these past 3 or 4 games. Most of our turnovers came during that time.
That's surprising because Minnesota
or just turnovers total.
So as far as total turnovers go, Minnesota has 33, Steelers 33, Bills 32, Green Bay 31, Texans 29, and Eagles 26. So the Eagles are ranked 6th in the league in total turnovers forced.
Yeah, because we be getting them fumbles.
We be getting them. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yo, we didn't get them at all last year, man. You know what I mean? And that goes back to the discipline side of this, man. Guys are looking to punch that ball out, man. I think in a game like this, going against Josh Jacobs, I would like to see a little arm work sprinkled in there on those for sure rushing downs. You know what I'm saying? I think we might have found some on Burke, but Nakobe Dean been playing lights out, so I'm not trying to take Nakobe Dean off the field or whatever the case may be. But this game, the Eagles are going to do this. They're going to prepare as if homeboy's starting. If everybody's starting, they're going to prepare for that, man. Mm-hmm. If Malik Willis playing this game, they get blown out. That's the bottom line there with that. He's ass. I'm surprised he don't got a concussion. He got hit hard last week. You know what I mean? So it's like they just not healthy. They're not healthy, man. We healthy. We resting guys. I think this will be a great game to knock the rust off of Jalen Hurts if there is any. He didn't play in 3 weeks, but it's still a very important game for us, man. This is win or go home. We do got to approach this like it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and there's something I do want to bring up to you guys, right? So Green Bay, this is what's interesting about them as far as their defense and them keeping points off the board, right? So on the season, Green Bay is only allowing 19.9 points per game. That's sixth in the league. The Eagles are allowing 17.8 points per game. That's second in the league behind the Chargers, which is 17.7. That's a split of a hair, right? But Green Bay, here's the thing. Here's where it gets interesting. At home, they're only allowing 16.8 points per game. Pretty impressive for a home, for home field advantage. Pretty impressive. But on the road, they're allowing 23.4 points per game. That's a touchdown. That's a vast disparity. And the Eagles, they're only allowing 16 points at home and 19 points away. But basically what I'm trying to say is that Green Bay defense don't travel, and it don't travel well.
Yeah, that's a huge. Listen, playing to the Linc is not an advantage for anybody, bro. That's just not an advantage for anybody, man. If we played on Saturday, I would have been there, bro. It's just not an advantage for anybody, and it's cold too. That's not a negative thing for Green Bay because, they deal with the same kind of conditions as we do as well, but it's just real hostile, man. It's real hostile this time of year. And I don't think neither team want to see a full steam in the fourth quarter Josh Jacobs or full steam in the fourth quarter Saquon Barkley. So it's going to be about time of possession in this one, bro, because the Green Bay Packers, if they find some success running the ball, they will continue to run the ball. You know what I mean? They down their best wide receiver. They will run the ball if we can't stop it.
They're going to run the ball.
Yeah, and we're going to have to stop the run.
I feel more confident. I just have this high confidence in our defense right now. Mm-hmm. And I just feel like they just going to turn it up even more in the playoffs. Outside of the Washington game, where I don't even count it as a negative on the defense because the offense kept them on the floor and they had 5 turnovers. The defense been there for us literally all season long. I feel like the defense passed every single test. Bengals passed that test. Ravens and Derrick Henry passed that test. The Washington game, when we played them the first time, when we had Jalen and they were the top offense in the league, passed that test. I just feel like week 1 against when they didn't even have all their sheet together against the Packers. Yeah. We already played Josh Jacobs and got enough stops to get him off the field. So I just feel like this defense is really going to be there. It's going to show up, especially at home at the Linc. That defense feeds off that energy at the Linc. That game against Dallas was a party. They was lit in there.
And Symone, another thing I want to add in, right, real quick before you go. Here's another thing that they didn't have to deal with in week 1 when they played us. They didn't have to deal with Cooper Dejean.
That's a fact.
That's a key aspect of this. They didn't have to worry about Cooper Dejean.
That's a good point. Also, that was slated as a home game for us, but that shit was in Brazil.
Right.
You know what I mean? So it's not like this is going to be their second time coming to the Linc.
Right.
You know what I mean? This is going to be their first time playing the Philadelphia Eagles at home.
It was 70% Packers fans. That was darn near a home game.
Oh, yeah, he was there. That's right.
Anybody. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, man,
I'm not seeing it, bro. They play a Eagles team with nothing figured out. Literally, just what we have coming into the season. 5 new starters on defense.
A new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinator.
Offensive coordinator. Nobody had their ducks in a row. So you playing a team ducks in a row, ducks in a freaking row at the Linc. Like, I'm feeling like Tone. Like, I try to stay humble. I try.
For what?
But it's really feeling like B2A. And if we can't B2A, and I hate that the Packers fans be taking this personal. It's not personal.
It's not personal. It's just
the
business.
Birds. Like, we know what we got. And I just feel like if we can't beat the Packers, if we can't B2A the Packers, then who can?
If you go player for player, matchup for matchup, where do they have the edge really?
They don't. I say we stay with our identity and just out physical them and just grind them into the ground and get this W.
I agree.
It ain't no need. It ain't no need to come out here trying to reinvent the wheel or be something that we not. Now let's let Kellen Moore. You know what I mean? Unlock the playbook fully. Nah, hell no, bro. Do what you did that and put you on that 10-game winning streak. Physical football. You still got to feed AJ and Smitty. That's cool. They gonna get fed. Dallas Goedert's back, so the blocking should be that much better on the offensive line.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Calcaterra, he still did nicely, but he's not the blocker that Dallas Goedert is. Let's cut it out.
I just feel like. Go ahead.
What? No, I'm just ready to talk my shit now. Zach Bond, Pro Bowler, first time linebacker. I mean, the Packers not better than us, man. They're not better than us. I'm not saying I'm looking past them, but they got to be sacrificed. We out here looking for a Super Bowl. They just in the way, man. They in the way. Another happy to be here ass franchise. Just like the Washington Commanders, they just happy to be here. They happy to say that they ain't on the couch next week, but they will be after next Sunday. That's the bottom line, bro. Nobody ain't winning no playoff game at the Linc. If you want the Eagles to lose before the Super Bowl, what got to happen is we have to run into the number 1 seed. It's got to be on the road. That's the best chance anybody got. Minnesota not coming, bro. It's Philly, bro. Y'all not coming here throwing no party. Remember, San Fran tried that. San Fran tried to come to Philly. Had all these people outside, about 15 of them, ready to get beat up and shit. Try to come to Philly like they was about to run something. No, it never happens. Dallas don't do it. The Commanders don't do it. The Giants don't do it. They're only a couple hours up the road. Nobody coming to Philly and getting the W. You better schedule it in Brazil or something. Do something else. It's not happening in Philly, bro.
I love it.
That's it. It's not happening in Philly, bro.
Yeah, I tried to, be humble, but at the same time, and I respect my opponent. I respect any opponent, but at the same time, I have to give my team their just due. Like, me being humble and acting like, this game is more than what it is, that's me disrespecting my team.
Exactly.
Because I can't disrespect this team. From what I've seen from this team, it'd be disrespectful for me to be humble. Like, it'd be disrespectful to the Eagles. It'd be disrespectful to this defense. It'd be disrespectful to Saquon Barkley for me to be humble. Like, I got to pop my shit. I got to. Like.
And then you know what? I think a lot of people owe us an apology for the Saquon Barkley thing last week that we talked about. Because, look, Zay Flowers got nicked up. Christian Watson, you know what I'm saying? He got banged up. These was 2 teams who played starters. I guess it was a seeding thing that they was after. Yeah. But you know what I'm saying? These guys got touched up. You know what I mean? They looking a little wobbly the next jaunt. They had to take Jaden Daniels out. You know what I mean?
Because he was getting hit too much.
He was getting hit too much. And they're like, oh, it ain't worth it. Let's just stay the 7th seed or whatever. They still the 7th seed, right?
No, so the 7th seed is Green Bay.
Oh,
and Washington's the 6th seed. You listen, but you saw the Rams, right? The Rams could have fought for a better seed, and they said, "Fuck that seed. We need to be healthy for these games."
Yeah, it ain't about that. They was ready to give up the seed, though. They was ready to give it up. The Commanders. Nobody expect Mariota to come out there and move that offense like that. They was ready to give it up. Yeah, I mean that's why he took their quarterback out.
From the jump, it looked like the Packers and Commanders was trying to sell so they could go to the Bucs.
Originally, yeah, they both played the starters. They were trying to avoid us.
It looked like both of them teams was trying to avoid us.
Yeah, but then that's the thing. This the thing, though. The thing is, why would we bench Jaden if we was trying to avoid y'all? Y'all could have gave up still. No.
They was trying to the Packers. They was trying to sell that game.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. They was trying to lose.
Yes.
Okay, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
They was trying to sell that game, bro. Neither one of them teams wanted to come to Philly, bro. The way they was playing. So y'all coming out now, all of a sudden, y'all can't beat the Bears at home.
But here's the thing, though. The teams that win, though, would have avoided us. You get what I'm saying? So
that's my point.
So Green Bay, they were trying to win that game. You know, the Washington Commanders, at first, they were trying to win that game, but then they realized, like we said, JD was getting hit a little too much. Listen, Micah Parsons was on his ass.
He started the game on his ass, bro.
Oh, why was they looking so bad?
They just wasn't having a good game.
Because we know who they are.
Why were they playing so bad? Why?
Bro, Jaden Daniels was looking like shit yesterday. And he was getting hit looking like shit. So it's like, just take him out. Because we're going to play next week regardless.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Listen, it's a win for the Commanders if they come to Philly and get scraped. Because they can say we was in the playoffs. That's all they care about. You know what I mean? They don't care. Yeah. You know what I mean? But Green Bay was trying to avoid us, though. Green Bay was trying to avoid us. The Commanders is happy to be there.
Shout out to Chicago, by the way. They got their first win in the division, I think, this year. Shout out to the Chicago Bears, man. Shout out to Cairo Santos. My man Cairo Santos made the game-winning field goal. Shout out to him, man. I appreciate him.
I'm glad that we don't got to deal with the mouths.
Yeah.
No, I wanted to get them out of here early.
You have fun talking with them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't enjoy talking.
I feel you. Because who are they? Where'd they come from?
Half the chat today would have been them in the chat spamming. Now we only got to deal with 2 Packers fans right now. Half the chat would have been all them Commanders fans coming, worry about what we got going on. So I'm glad that I don't got to hear their mouths buzzing on the timeline, buzzing.
Right, and I don't even want to talk about it because I know what's about to happen to them anyway. I know what's about to happen to them. You know, I don't even talk about it. We got our own food to finish, but we all know. We know. Mike Evans about to have a day. I tell you that.
What? What? That defense gonna be had.
Again, yeah, I tell you that.
Name, Bucky.
Yeah, Bucky Irvin, the Winter Soldier.
No, he not.
What's his real name?
No. He coming the Winter Soldier.
What's his real name though?
Bucky Irvin. His real name.
Oh, that's his real name. Oh,
Bucky Irvin.
I've been hearing that name all season long.
No, he nice for sure. So, you know, this whole thing, right? Let's just really think about this as far as our team, the way they're built. Is there anything, because we're confident. We're definitely confident. I think that goes without saying. Is there anything about the Philadelphia Eagles that concerns you going into the playoffs? Anything, any angle, any slight, any thread, anything.
You know, Jake.
Yeah, it's Jake. It's Jake.
Jake, the only thing that's shaky. Jakey is the only shaky part on the team. Everybody else, boom. You know what I'm saying? Shoulders.
Even Nick. I don't even feel no way about Nick right now.
You know what I'm saying? Nobody else. Everybody else.
Yeah, I don't feel no way about Nick. It's Jake.
Who Jake, not dialed? He the only one not dialed in. Like everybody else.
So it's Jake, and we gotta be fair. No. It could be potential rust. It could be. We might not like how the first series and a half look. That's just true. That really could happen.
If they don't overthink it,
it could happen.
Feed Saquon. Don't overthink it.
The question put it in his hand. From Tone, is there anything I'm worried about? Rust is a possibility, but I'm not concerned about rust.
Okay.
Like, I'm not negating that it's a possibility, but I'm not concerned about rust. Like you said, hand that ball off. Saquon, no. Gotta move them thighs.
They're gonna be throwing. They gonna them thighs.
You know what I'm saying?
They're gonna throw the ball.
Running that rock. Defense is gonna be ready. Them dogs is ready. That defense, you talk about rust. They ready. Them dogs haven't eaten in a week, LB.
I want to test them.
In a week, LB. When they smell that blood, they coming.
They're gonna attack whoever filling in for Jair Alexander. They attack whoever filling in for Jair Alexander. That's football. No, they're going to attack him.
They're going to.
Yeah, they're going to attack him.
I feel like me personally, I want to see where their souls at. So I'm running Saquon initially. I just want to see what they let happen. If
I want to see
if Saquon run the first time and he get like an 8-9, oh, it's a wrap.
Yeah,
it's a wrap.
I want to see us start the game with Saquon and run the offense through Saquon versus asking Saquon to give us a kickstart in the second half.
Yeah.
That part.
I ain't gonna lie, you gotta pull out the full package, man. You gotta do some design runs with Jalen. You gotta do everything, bro. I know he just came off a protocol, but it's the playoffs now, bro. Everything gotta happen now. Now you might could get away with not having to do it as much this week, But after this round, hey, everything is up, bro. Design runs everything.
Bro, all I know is I hope Jalen watched some baseball highlights this, over the course of these 2 weeks.
Try to get him to slide.
Slide, my G.
Bro, they dirty, bro. If he would have slid, they still would have converged on him for that hit.
That's true.
They still would have hit him, bro. The Commanders, man, that shit was dirty, bro. It was as clean dirt as you could possibly get. It was like new construction dirt. When they just building the house, the animals from the forest say piss on it yet. It's like new construction dirt, so it's still dirt. But you know what I mean? We ain't gonna be too mad at that dirt.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying?
I just need my man to just, hey, if we're gonna do design runs, man, if it ain't there, man, just matter of fact, this is what I want. I want him to at least have an option to throw out of it if it ain't there. You know what I mean? Like that triple option type shit. Like, all right. Design run. If it's there, he could go. If it's not there, he could dump it off. Like, I just want my man to be safe, man. I want my man to be safe. You've been going for 2 weeks and some change with a concussion, big dog. Just be easy.
Man, they call it FS1, Freak Show 1. Somebody just put that in the comments, man. Hey, man.
Yo, these jokes write themselves, man. Like, I know this
they definitely write themselves.
I was looking
for Acho. I was looking for him. No, respectfully.
Yo, I
don't think he did nothing wrong, but it's like, why you not tweeting? You do that every other week.
Yo,
you know what I'm saying? Why the hater ain't speaking now?
It's funny you say that because, around when that show got started, right? Speak, that is, when they first started out, the way he was showing like Joy Taylor so much love earlier on, and they bring up all the old clips and shit. Now that shit look crazy.
No, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. It don't look crazy. What they do wrong? What they do wrong if it's true?
No, it's not them. It's not. It's just funny. It's funny, bro. It's comedy to me. It's comedy.
And it's funny. It's funny because he always up there trying to sound like Aristotle, like some scholar who studied at Duke. Then you want to join last week telling the fans how much bread you made and how good your life is.
Listen,
and you was ass and you ain't do nothing on a football field. Now you hot and now you running.
Look, I'm not going to shame nobody, right? Be with whoever you be with, right? I'm not going to shame nobody because at the end of the day, y'all grown, right? It's funny to me, like you said, it's how people carry themselves,
right,
and how they portray themselves to you. And then when certain things come to light, it's like, oh, so you was faking the funk. And here's the thing, right? I'm actually a Joy Taylor fan, so I don't want to dog her. I'm a Joy Taylor fan. I respect what she do. I feel like she has real good football opinions, and I feel like she do deserve to be where she at because I hear her talk. I hear it.
Right.
But at the same time, when you also put out there in the universe that, it's tough being pretty, and you got to turn a lot of guys down because of what they trying to get from you, and you got to fight twice as hard. It's like. Again, this is all alleged. We have no idea if it's true or not. But the fact that thread is there, it compromises you. You know what I'm saying?
All things can be true though. You know what I'm saying? Her and Buddy could have had a time, and it could be tough being in the position that she in. But one thing that we can't discredit is her football knowledge.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't really have nothing to say about her. This all Acho. Because where are you at? Where's your ring camera and your makeup? You know what I mean? You put all that stuff be fired up when you want to take shots at my QB. You know what I'm saying? Now everybody looking for you. We can't find you. Where you at?
Yeah. And to take it a step further, like, it's funny how this lawsuit or the whole thing that's going on at FS1, we talk, a lot of people talking about the Joy Taylor, Emmanuel Acho side of it, which is the funny side of it, but Skip Bayless look crazy. 1.5 mil for something.
I think that's cat. That's cat.
That sounds crazy to me. That sound like over the top.
Cat.
He loved Ernestine. Come on now.
Listen, all I know is that's cat. That's cat. 1.5
mil? That's crazy.
I think I seen a while ago Drake give a girl 2,500. Skip ain't giving nobody 1.5 mil.
Bro, in the deposition or whatever it was discovered in the paperwork, it said that when he came on the shorty, she was trying to say, hey, don't you got a wife or whatever? He was like, ain't you Muslim?
hey, yo.
Y'all can have many.
He wild, bro. He wild.
I can have many wives, right? He said something like that. I'm like, what? Yo, this crazy.
But this what I don't want. I don't want nothing swept under the rug, because if it was somebody else, they'd be dragging him. I don't want nothing swept under the rug for Skip.
Exactly.
Let him answer to that.
And one thing I will say, Shannon jumped ship at the right time.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He jumped ship at the right time. And also it speaks to, say what you want about other guys like, Colin Cowherd and Nick Wright. We may not like those guys, wholeheartedly. I'm always hot and cold about Colin. Sometimes he says stuff I agree with. Sometimes he says stuff I don't. But I respect what he does. Say what you want about Shady. Say what you want about James Jones. They names not mentioning none of that shit. They keeping it clean. They doing their job and they going home.
Mm-hmm.
I respect that.
Yeah, you gotta respect that. But hey man, Skip need to stay off the honey packs. And he need to chill. He need to chill.
The honey packs. All right, we can move on because we can move on because I don't want Symone uncomfortable. I know she got relationships, so I don't want to do that to her. So we can move on from that. I'm messy. Leave me alone. I'm messy.
We talked in the chat.
Oh man, for sure.
They ain't about to get my name and nothing.
No, you good. You straight. Listen.
Hey, Tone said all that shit. It's like,
oh my God, man! Shout out to them, man. I hope everybody ends up on the right side of this thing. Just be blessed. Love who you love. Sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. I don't care, man. I don't care, because at the end of the day, I feel like ultimately.
No. You know what? I care. Where's my Acho statement at? Where's the statement at, bro? He talked way too much. You feel me? Where's the statement at?
You want Acho? That's what you want, bro.
Yeah, I love Joy.
I love Joy too. I love Joy.
You know what I'm saying?
I love Joy, bro.
I even like Skip to a degree. Skip all year been saying this. This why I like Skip. Skip always the first one. Skip is the biggest Cowboys content creator
and the biggest Eagles hater, but he'll call it how you see it.
Call it how you see it. I'm looking for Acho. That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna see him again. I'm gonna look for him again later.
Again, so I hope everybody come out on the right side of this thing, man. Shout out to Joy Taylor. Shout out to you Acho. Listen, everybody get the jokes. Anybody but the jokes. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, man. Hope y'all be easy. Hope everything goes smooth. And let's remind everybody, they not being sued. They just mentioned it in the lawsuit. Mm-hmm. They not being sued. It's all about Skip for real. So if Skip did something out of pocket, they better make sure they get him.
This might be Skip. It's funny, bro, because when contracts come around, I think Skip up for contract, bro. Like they better get Skip out of here, bro. Skip ain't gonna be on TV no more.
Skip is paid, bro. Why do you think Skip started his YouTube channel? Skip ain't slow. Skip getting ahead of this shit. He been building that YouTube channel for about a year.
That shit probably already got 1 million subscribers.
Probably, man. But nonetheless, though, well, where we at? Let's get to these super chats because they piling up, and we're gonna get out of here, man. It's been a fun show. Eagles, Green Bay, super wild card weekend. Can't wait to really get into the shenanigans because these Green Bay fans, they're in the live chat and they sad for real. They nervous for real, and they know it. They nervous for real. And you can tell because they talking like, so y'all think we ain't gonna be able to do nothing, huh? We ain't gonna be able to do nothing. We ain't gonna be able to run the ball, huh? Okay, all right. Listen, just be easy. We know what the game plan is for y'all. So, Jordan Love, you got to beat us. All right, Scotty the Man T, first man up on the super chat list. He says 49ers would love to have Tanner McKee right now. I don't know about that, but
what's that quarterback situation?
They got to figure out. They got to figure out if they're gonna pay Brock Purdy or not. They got to figure that out. And
they treated Darnold bad, and to see Darnold having a year he having is crazy.
But again, I think Darnold is fool's gold. Somebody gonna pay him $40 million to be real sad.
The Giants.
Cody Figueroa, my guys, my young boy. Shout out to my man Cody. He says I was at the game. Not enough wind to miss that field goal. Yeah, I agree. Like, I mean, it was a windy day, but if you was there, you was there. So if you said it wasn't enough wind to miss that field goal, and again, it was like a 35-yarder, 38-yarder. That's
Missy Elliott. Missy Elliott is wild.
Missy Elliott, man. Mikey 215. He says, I told Tone our one trophy is tired of being single. LOL. By the way, LB, you inspired me to make my own YouTube channel. Look forward to collaborating with y'all in the future. Much love to all three of y'all. Hey, shout out to Mikey, man. We appreciate the love.
Shout out to you, Mikey.
Man. It means a lot, man. And you're right, bro. That trophy is lonely, man. We need a twin. We twinning this year. Simo Mob. LB, want to read it to him?
It says Sid Brown is a missile without heat-seeking capabilities. Bro can't finish a tackle. Jalen will be on fire again. Green Bay, Q or Coop need an interception. They do. Yeah, I can see Jalen being on fire. But yeah, Sid just stole his body and he created diversion.
Yo, did you see the way he threw his body when Isaiah Rodgers went up to deflect the pass on Malik Neighbors in the end zone? He almost fucked up Rodgers. You saw Rodgers on the ground? he just threw his body. I'm like, this bull crazy, man, crazy. But he always good. He always good for an interception in the last couple weeks of the season. He got one last year against the Cardinals.
Who?
Then, Sidney Brown.
Oh,
Sidney Brown.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
Like Symone Stanley. That's a great point though. He's a missile without heat-seeking capabilities. You know what I mean? Wherever you throw him, you better not miss.
I don't know what it is, man. I saw Maddox on the field yesterday. I was distraught. Even though I know he was going to get some playing time, I was like, man, please, God, please, no.
Eli Ricks got burnt by Malik Neighbors.
Malik Neighbors will do that to you, though.
Yeah,
right.
But he ranked second in the league in drops, so he got to get that figured out before I start calling him one of the best. Alex with the super chat says, I was saying play action in the pocket being moved from McKee. Need that for Jalen too. See, that's how you utilize a quarterback that's not really the most mobile. You move the pocket, you get play action. They did a lot of play action for McKee. And you actually saw how valuable his height is. He could see everything. And most of his passes he was making the right reads. He missed a couple balls, but I feel like if it's AJ Brown or Smitty, they make those catches. But nonetheless, though, I like McKee. I think McKee is the future QB too. He's going to be cheaper than Kenny Pickett next season, so we'll see what happens there.
I don't think it's nothing wrong with moving the pocket for Jalen Hurts. I don't know why we don't do it.
No, yeah, I don't think it's nothing wrong with either. Actually, let me ask you a question real quick. If it came down to it, God forbid, knock on wood, if it came down to
don't say nothing that's gonna piss me off. I don't want to hear nobody that's gonna piss me off.
I know you was gonna ask, bro. Tanner McKee.
That's
my answer.
Nothing that's gonna piss me off.
Next one. All right.
My chops. Anthony Crowbot, thank you for the super chat. He said Eagles putting belt the ass on these Packers this week, belt the ass on Tampa next week, and the Lions insanity run, and then get back on the Chiefs. We're peaking at the right time. Let's go.
He called the Lions run. He called it a Linsanity run. You remember that from the Knicks, Linsanity?
But he got hot for like one good season.
Yeah.
Made him a couple out. Jeremy Lin, yeah.
He called
him Kobe. He was hitting game winners.
Right.
Bro. He called it a Linsanity run. That's hilarious.
It definitely is a fluke ass run. I feel like they're on borrowed time, but that game kind of changed the perspective to me. They definitely really real. Shout out my guy Don. I know you watching. Don Liars fan. They real.
They can put up points.
The Lions is legit, but also at the same time, the Vikings was frauds.
Exactly.
Sam didn't do nothing, bro. Without Aaron Jones was the only thing smoking for them. Jetta's dropping Jetta's wide open, and Aaron Donald overthrowing wide open Jetta's multiple times.
Yeah, Sam Darnold. Yeah, he definitely missed him. And
they just look bad.
The moment was too big for them, man. That's a big game.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
That tells you everything. That wasn't even a playoff game. I'm not trying
to take nothing from Detroit. Like, Detroit is one of them ones. Like, Detroit is legit. This is not taking nothing from Detroit. The Vikings is buns, bro. They about to get first rounded. The Rams about to get first rounded, bro.
For sure. And here's the thing, right? We all know Detroit. They're missing so many starters on defense. So their defense can be had. You only put up 9 points. That tells me everything. And that was a gotta have it game, right? As far as for the conference, that's a gotta have it game. So you mean to tell me if I can't trust you to get the number 1 seed, you want me to trust you to win a playoff game?
And they look lost. Like, they just look lost. Like, the Vikings, was they drunk? Did they go out?
No, they was folding, man. They
did not even seem. They never looked in the game. And Sam Darnold.
You know, one thing they did, yo, that I did see both teams do. They played a lot of man-to-man, and that's what. And we will bust their damn head if they do it against us.
That's a mistake.
They played a lot of man-to-man.
And they had like the Lions had like their 3rd, 4th string corners on Jettas.
Speaking of that, Terrion Arnold, their rookie, got carted off yesterday. Terrion Arnold, he's the corner that they was comparing to Quinyon Mitchell all year long. He's a penalty machine. He got carted off yesterday. I don't know how bad it is, but he got carted off. That's not a good sign. They're even more depleted on defense.
And it don't matter because Detroit, it don't matter. They got a revolving door of Honolulu Blue. Whoever come back out, Terrion Arnold left the game. Whoever came in for Terrion Arnold still had the clamps on.
Yeah, so which speaks to how bad the Vikings are.
But and it also just speaks to how good the Lions are. Like their depth is legit. Like I'm done. I'm done talking like bad about the Lions. The Lions lost everybody, and they still trucking through teams. They've done lost everybody. Down.
I ain't gonna lie. I was hating on them. I was hoping for a drop off, but it ain't coming.
It ain't coming.
It ain't coming. Yeah. So they're the kind of team that regardless of who out there, you got to go out there and play all 60 minutes. That's the bottom line. You can't sleep on that one because they can put up points. That's the thing. They can put up points. If it's a shootout, they could do it. So that's gonna be the question.
Carlos Rosado.
He said, we didn't read this one. Eagle. He says, I hope those bumanders don't think Tampa are Swisher Sweets. Better stop talking to us like we're not at home. The Eagles are the alphas of the NFC. Hey, listen, man. The Washington Commanders, they got to go on the road in Tampa. Tampa, because they're used to winning, they could catch them.
That's a fact.
They could catch them, man.
Wait, I hope the bumanders don't think Tampa are Swisher Sweets better. Right.
I hope not. Because Tampa run the ball. Carlos Rosado with the $5. You cracking up over there?
No, I'm reading the super chats before we get to him.
Right.
Carlos Rosado with the $5. Steve super chat. He said, salute y'all. Listen, I'm not worried about none of these teams. We match up well for every team in the offs this year. Next year we play all these teams. No, yeah, we got a hellacious schedule next year. We got food that's on a plate that need to get ate.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We can't worry about what we having for next Thanksgiving.
Yeah, exactly. I can't worry about the next restaurant run. I got to worry about this one.
Right.
I'm trying to figure out what I'm getting on the menu here. Shout out to Carlos, though. We appreciate you. Scotty the man T. Shout out to you. He said you see Acho smelling his finger in that book.
Yeah, man. Hey, skip this, man. He doing a lot.
Yo, man, they gotta
skip it, man. What's Scotty T?
Y'all the one that brought it up, talking about man, skip it, man. They doing a lot, man. Y'all brought it up and went on for 30 minutes now. Oh man,
it wasn't 30 minutes. It was like 8 minutes.
Solid 8 to 10.
They doing a lot, man. Skip it. No pun intended.
Right, no pun intended. Skip it.
Skip
Scotty T. Scotty T. Wow.
Y'all done moved on.
Yeah, we done.
Shout out to Scotty for the super chat, man. You crazy for this one, bro. Shout out to Miss Ernestine, man. She's a nice lady. Brown Sugar with the $9.99 says Rodgers needs to be on kickoff return and not Gainwell. Also, LB, did y'all block me on messaging? I support this group all the time. I don't block people, bro. So I don't know
what messaging. How we block you if you talking?
Yeah, I don't know.
I'm confused. Appreciate you, bro. No, we ain't blocking.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't block people, bro, at all. I just let it run.
He talking about LB. LB the only one with block accusations.
I do. Yeah. Dikembe Brunson. Yeah, I block people all the time. Shit. I ain't block you though. And if I did, what you do to put yourself in that position?
Oh man, that's funny. Shout out to Brown Sugar, man.
No, but I ain't blocking though.
Carlos Rosado says Jason Taylor running around FS1 like Terry Tate. I don't know what this means.
Who is
I don't even know
Terry
what that
Tate?
means.
I don't know what that means, but you know something I don't know, Carlos? Aziz, he said, yeah, I want to see 2 tight end sets in the playoffs.
Yo, that wouldn't be bad.
That wouldn't be bad because Grant Terra,
he earned it.
I like ball, man.
He earned
it. Ball.
He'd make 1 or 2 catches that'd be like, damn, ball got hands.
Exactly. Right. Tilly Tay says Packers don't have enough jabs for this fight. I agree with you on that, man. They just ain't got enough, bro. But it starts with their running game, bro. If we could stop their running game, the game is pretty much in our hands.
Yep, here you go. You said it.
AMHC with the $2 super chat says Dallas just got Mariota paid. Trend continues.
Right.
Yo, Mariota did go out there and ball. I can't front.
You know what I don't want to hear either while we're here? I don't want to hear no analysis from Micah Parsons after the games, bro. You're not in the playoffs. Shut up.
Yeah, for real.
Next super chat.
It's funny you say that because Shannon Sharp had tweeted. He said, "Listen, if your team not in the playoffs, I don't want to hear you say no words that got the word play or offs in it. No PlayStation, no playground. I don't want no off season. I don't want none of that. If you're not in the playoffs, shut the hell up." And I'm with him on that. I'm with him on that.
That's a
you know
fact.
what I'm saying? Shout out to AMHC. Javi Shaw, excuse me. He said, "Yizzo, what up, LB, Tone, and very beautiful Symone." He's shooting a shot. Relax, Javi, relax. Did Vic Fangio ever win a Super Bowl?
The very beautiful. Don't leave out that very.
He said it. He said it.
I said it. Oh,
that's a good question. Did Fangio ever win a joint as a coordinator?
That's a good question. Let me see. Has Vic Fangio ever won a Super Bowl? Vic Fangio is a highly respected name in NFL coaching circles, known for his defensive prowess. However, despite the long career, he's never actually won a Super Bowl. Never. Nope. Never.
This year, hope he get it.
It's the one.
They said with the Broncos, but they say he didn't.
Let me see. Let me check his. Whatchamacallit.
Go. Let me read the next drawing. Check.
Oh yeah, my bad. And by the way, he hasn't. I'm looking on his Wikipedia. He hasn't. Thank you, Javis.
LaWallace Pratt, thank you for the super chat. He said, "LB, tell Louis them bum man, there's still a bunch of bums." I'm gonna be on the stream with them tonight. You know what I mean? I got some stuff to talk about because he's running his mouth talking about Frankie Louval, the best linebacker in the division. He ain't make the Pro Bowl, but Zach Bond did. Come on, man. Frankie a dog, but he ain't Bond.
He could play.
Zach Bond better be an all-pro.
So what was that?
They talking about how y'all don't know who Terry Tate is. Who Terry Tate? That's Lorenz Tate, brother.
Right.
Who is Terry Tate? Never in my life have I heard the name Terry Tate until today.
Right. How we supposed to know who he is?
Oh, Terry Tate. I know who he is. Let me bring him on screen, yo. We know who this brother is. Terry Tate. We see him before. We see him before. You ever see My Wife and Kids?
He looked like that boy. He looked like.
Oh my God! Let me see.
I don't know who
I've never seen Buddy in my life.
I've never seen that.
We know who Terry Tate is.
I don't.
Oh, he had the commercials like tackling people in the office.
Yeah, I remember this.
I seen that commercials. Yeah.
But
who is he? I still know who he is.
He used to play football, and he had like a small acting career, like in sitcoms and all that. He was on My Wife and Kids. He played junior father-in-law, Vanessa dad. He's big as hell. Like, but anyway, that's a sidebar. Shout out to Terry Tate, man. AMHC said Dan CR 2 weeks is praying they don't see LA. Oh man.
See y'all in 2 weeks. That was shade, low key.
Low key, right?
And also Dan Campbell, if I'm Minnesota coach, why would I want to see your ad in 2 weeks? You just dusted me. I don't want to see you in 2 weeks.
I ain't trying to hear that. He listen, Dan, he gonna be the death of them. They good, but he gonna be the death of them.
Yeah, I think he's gonna roll the dice in a critical moment. To try, Dan wants to be the hero so bad. Dan wants his. He wants his. You want Philly. He want that moment to be cemented in history. He want that moment. That's what he's chasing. Dan is chasing glory, man.
Interesting. You know that Philly moment is goated for Dan Doug Peterson. Granted, he just got fired today, but
damn, Doug got fired.
Yeah, he got fired today. Yeah.
You know he was getting fired, bro.
But I don't think it's a fair firing because I think he got 2 winning seasons under his belt, made the playoffs, got a playoff win. Like it's the Jags, bro. Like they're not easy to rebuild, bro. And then your quarterback can't stay on the football field. What you want him to do with Mac Jones?
Right. You know they have a short leash. Like I'm surprised Doug made it this long because you know in the NFL they got a short. They didn't even give Gerard
they wrong for that.
Got the short end, bro.
They wrong for that because why even hire him?
Because they didn't even have a quarterback going into the season.
Why even hire him though? Y'all didn't.
And it's supposed to be a rebuild year for the Patriots. Like Bill Belichick is gone. You bring in Gerard, got this new quarterback. Like, what did y'all expect to happen this season?
And you know who got extended? Dayball. They keeping Dayball.
He got extended
in New York. They didn't extend him, but they came out with the thing saying they keeping him and the general manager. They released a statement.
Wow.
He's been asked for like 6 years now.
Wow, that's crazy. And the thing is,
shout out my guy Ward V with a super chat. He said Darnold easily missed at least 3 touchdowns. The Packers are fooled too. No team in the playoffs scared me. Last night showed me we're the best team. I ain't mad.
All we gotta do is prove it, War. That's all. We just gotta prove it week in and week out. One game at a time. We ain't got to look at nobody else's schedule. One game at a time. Simple as that. King Jordan with the $5 super chat. He says, after we beat the Packers, Jalen gonna be like, hey Scott, ain't you from Green Bay? Shout out to Scott Van Pelt, man. He always keep it real. Shout out to King Jordan for the super chat as well. Ellen Small with the 20-piece. Thank you. The 20-piece McNuggie. Appreciate you.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Eagles family. I enjoyed seeing Dotson in the mix. I did too. He had 11 targets, 7 catches, 90-plus yards. Eagles had a player back in the day, Asante Samuel, whose quarterback didn't like throwing to his side of the field. I would love for Quinyon Mitchell to watch his highlights.
Yeah.
Quinyon, listen, Quinyon had
his they two different cornerbacks though.
Yeah. And Quinyon had his welcome to the NFL moment, against Terry in the second game, right? He had it.
Was it really a welcome to the NFL moment?
Well, listen, he finally got basically. Finally got all year long. And I'm not putting too much stock into it, right? But the reason I say that is because Cooper Dejean also spoke on, because after the game, the reporters asked everybody, or asked the rookies rather, for, if they had that welcome to the NFL moment. Cooper Dejean flat out said, "Oh yeah, for sure, Adam Thielen." I've been saying it all since that game. I've been saying it. I'm like, yo, that was his moment to get that shit out of his system. And I think Quinyon got that out of his system after the Jalen Tolbert touchdown. I feel like Quinyon is good. He can be all right.
I would love for them to ask Quinyon that, and I want to hear what he says. This doesn't mean it don't say that somebody got me. Even if somebody scored, he don't walk away feeling like that. I feel like I would love to hear his answer. That shit gonna be like, what was your welcome to the NFL moment when I got drafted? He gonna fuck around and say something like that.
Yo, they asked Jalen Hunt the same question. He said, I mean, honestly, it's the NFL. Every game is a welcome to the NFL moment when you're a rookie. Every game, every moment.
Yeah.
Listen, I love when he said this part. He said, my welcome to the NFL moment is when I had to go up against Lane Johnson every day in practice. That's my welcome to the NFL moment. I don't know about y'all, but I ain't never dealt with nothing like that. Shout out to Ellen. Anwan Atkins says, mark my words, Eagles will host the NFC Championship game. I'm telling you, the number 2 seed is the place to be. I know you got to play one extra game, but I feel like the number 2 seed is that's the path. That's my humble opinion. Shout out to Anwan. Carlos Rosado back again. He said, look up Terry Tate. Yeah. He crazy, bro. He crazy as hell. Shout out to Carlos. We appreciate you. Cool Eagle. He says, random question. Adrenaline Rush by Twisted, the most underrated rap album to y'all, reminds me a lot of Brunson Flow.
I don't rap fast like that.
That's very random, man. And Twisted rap real fast.
Yeah, I don't rap fast like that. But yo, real quick, my project is coming out on even January 11th. I'm gonna leave a comment right here where you can pre-register for the project. That's all I'm gonna say.
I love it. I love it. It's gonna be on streaming, right?
It's gonna be on even. It's not gonna be on streaming platforms till after that.
Okay, gotcha.
I'll let you know how.
No, I feel make that bread, bro. Make that money.
Mm-hmm.
And bro, I feel like your flow, you more so in that Griselda Locks pocket.
Yeah, that's my favorite rappers.
So that's
that's all I was listening to. Yeah, but Twister, nah.
Yeah,
I wish I could rap that fast.
I can make you a celebrity overnight.
Right.
Go ahead. Let's hear it, LB.
Hear what?
Twister.
Let's see where we at.
Let me I need a super chat.
He's I need a super chat.
Somebody drop a super chat for
he need $100 super chat.
No, that's not happening.
Somebody drop $100 super chat for LB Twister freestyle.
No, LB getting real money. He need like a $500 super chat to make it work.
Oh man, I don't need no super chat. Just go to even on January 11th.
4 bars, just 4 bars.
4 bars?
Mm-hmm. But you gotta wait on the super chat. They send one.
Melly J.
They gonna send it. They gonna send it.
He said, I know my teams will have to test his deep. Pause. So I hope Slade's icing his joints. Pause again.
I feel like the team.
I feel like teams will test his deep.
That's a double pause, but it's all
he
good.
Did that on purpose.
I know what he mean. It's a double pause though. Shout out to Melly J. Knight Rider. He said Van Gogh Fangio. I like that. Van Gogh Fangio is about to paint a masterpiece. Facts. Aziz with the $1.99. He says, Evans. He said Evans finna cook Lattimore again.
He been cooking him his whole career. Big Dog 5215. LOL. We got another Brady situation with Tanner. For the number 2 seed, number 2 slot.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
What he talking about?
When you say Brady situation, what do you mean by that?
And we got another Brady.
Like how Brady came in for Bledsoe. And it was
But why he's saying we got one? Like the Eagles got one. We never had that situation.
No, I see what he's saying now. No, I ain't buying that.
Oh no, I ain't buying that. But Toro, you was just about to set some bougie hypothetical.
I was.
Hey, why you let it finish? Symone, I want to hear what is going. I want to hear what
we got here nothing.
She saved me. I appreciate it. She saved me. I was the cat for a little bit. It's how I really thought about what he said.
Hey, she had to get you together real quick. Like, now, don't say it.
Listen. That's why it's important to have a strong black woman beside you, because
you're about to trip. You was about to go viral. I was going to everybody. Look what this fool that ass.
Trip. They like, who is this motherfucker? Who raised you, niggas? Oh man, that was the fight. Oh, we got one more. Dustin Duncan. Firing Gerard Mayo is wild. They started Brissett to start with. What we think was going to happen. Y'all worried about Slade getting banged up every game? I mean, he was getting banged up every game, but good thing you got Isaiah Rodgers back there. You got some good players around him to insulate that. But I feel like Gerard Mayo, he was a lame duck from the start. They didn't want to hire him in the first place. It wasn't a good faith hire. It wasn't a good faith hire, and I feel like I've never seen nothing like that before in my life. That was just crazy. Like, you hired him knowing you were in the rebuild. You hired him knowing y'all didn't have any players, and y'all fired him for performing exactly how he should have. Come on, man. All right, that's it, y'all. We appreciate y'all for showing mad love to the show. That was the last super chat. Man, oh man, we got into a lot of topics, man. We talked about Eagles, Giants, Eagles, Packers. We talked about infidelity, and we talked about a lot of.
I said, is he going to include that in the recap? I literally said, how long is it going to take? You couldn't even list something else before you listed that.
That shit is a funny situation, man. I'm sorry. But anyway, though, I'm just grateful, man. Listen, this is the. We obviously we're gonna talk about the games every week, but 18 weeks, y'all. Like, it's been a hell of a season. Like, just give me how y'all feeling about just making through the season. This is our first rendition of the Linc Up, man. It's funny. Symone was the one that came to us and was like, "Hey, listen, they want more of this." I remember I invited both of y'all on the channel.
No, and, the real origin was you was trying to kill two birds with one stone.
What you mean? Who, me or him?
You had me booked as a guest,
and then LB was booked for later.
LB booked, and you was like, "Hold on, let me just knock this out and put."
Nah, see, I'm gonna tell you what really happened. I had you booked earlier. I had LB booked for later. So me and you was locked in. LB texted me.
It was like you had 2 dates that night. You trying to figure out what you gonna do.
But listen, I was gonna make it work. I was straight. They wasn't gonna see each other in the hallway. Everything's gonna be cool. And LB was like, "Yo, bro, I got something going on later on. You think I can hop on with y'all?" I said, "Yeah, let me tap in with Symone or see if it's cool." She said, "Yeah, bet." And the rest is history. So I mean, it wasn't like
that's how it started.
Yeah, that's how it started. Like, it wasn't like I wasn't trying to double dip, but you know what I mean. Like, it was just I see two legends. I see two legends, and I'm trying to get the ball rolling. You know what I mean?
Yeah, we just been running it back all season, bro. All season. Now, you know what I'm saying? We got to have our recap after we spank these guys.
For sure. And again, y'all, I'm just grateful that we've been able to really keep this thing going week in and week out. I love how.
Let me show my man face back there. Look at him. Look at him holding that thing up.
I never noticed that was him. I thought that was Nick Foles the whole time, bro. Before you moved.
Look at him back there.
You funny for that.
Looking like hot ass too. They gave him an opportunity to start yesterday. Yesterday. They're gonna Nicholas back there, though, I think.
Bro, Tanner McKee better than him.
He is.
Say Tanner McKee one more goddamn time.
All right, Kenny Pickett better than him. Best bet. That's a little
better.
Nah,
I don't think Kenny. I don't think Kenny better.
Better than Carson right now. Carson went 30. What was the score? 38-0.
They got cooked. Yeah, they got cooked.
He didn't even have 100 yards.
They butt, bro. I mean, yeah, they went out there with a vanilla playbook. They weren't trying to get nothing up.
Man. Nonetheless, though, it's been a hell of a season, y'all. We appreciate y'all. Y'all know the vibe's gonna stay up, man. Maxwell came in last minute with a super chase. The flag was fly, baby. We appreciate you, Maxwell. Thank you so much for showing love. That's pretty much the show. And any final words before we get out of here, y'all?
Nah, man, we're gonna see how this shake up, man. Like I said, man, go to even, do all of that. I'm gonna plug it in at the bottom of this show and look out for more content this week. We're gonna do a comprehensive breakdown of what's going on with these guys, man. We're gonna look at some film.
Comprehensive. I like that. I like that song. What about you?
Okay, bring it out your Acho dictionary.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't gonna need it no more. He left.
See, Symone, you couldn't go.
Right.
Show
No. This is just about we always talk about just Acho on this show. This is solely about Acho.
I gotta take.
We talk about Acho. This is just.
I gotta take his place. He took a leave of absence. Somebody gotta use the expeditious leaves and all of that.
Somebody gotta do it.
Right.
But somebody said in the chat, Symone not rocking with Tanner. That's not the case. Y'all know what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to keep
the main
conversations
thing.
that's been had on the timeline from being had.
Mm-hmm. I love those Tanner average. He averaged a touchdown per throw.
You're out of pocket, yo.
I'm gonna leave it alone after that.
All right, that's it. Yeah, listen, y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Thanks for tuning in all season long. The vibes are going to continue as we cover these playoffs, and y'all know how we give it. Y'all know how we give it up here at the Linc Up. That's Symone Stanley. That's Lord Brunson. I'm your guy, Tone DeShields II. Make sure you guys smash the like button. Make sure you guys are subscribed. Hey, LB, it's time to hit that record, man.
Which one?
LB, I know you do this every. Come on, you do this.
Oh, to play the beat. Play the beat.
This guy, man. We
what
love
I'm
y'all,
talking
man.
About?
Flag was fly. We out, man.
Play the beat.